a video on the Witcher collab once again, talking about Gwent. So I'm gonna skip forward towards all of this, I already seen it. But should you play Gwent? How often do you have to play Gwent? Well, first of all, you have to play 5 wins every week. That's why you get all of the rewards that you have to get. And it might be a little bit daunting at first, like, okay, what do we see? What do we have at first? So I'm not going to read all of this, but I'm just going to explain it. So at first you pick a bunch of cards. Well, in this case, it doesn't actually allow you to switch cards. But normally you would have been allowed to switch cards. So you just can like redraw some of the cards. So what do we see on this screen altogether? We see a bunch of things. We see 3 different rows. Well, let me actually click through to the point where they're actually going to show stuff. So just firstly, quick of all, what do we see over here? We see 3 different rows, which is attack, range, and mage or support. And we have that on both sides. And it's kind of a number game. I have to end up with a higher number than he does. And all of these cards have a certain number. But also all of these cards have like a special, or some of these cards have like a special attack. And with the special attack or whatever they do, in this case, if we place this one over here, he will go for a team up and then he actually draws in another unit. That is also in my deck, but that's not on the in my hand. Like this is what you have in your hand. This is what you have in your deck. So you only can place 1 unit per time, and then the turn goes to someone else. So, but you have 3 different rounds here. I could also use the summoner skill, so rather than just placing a card from my hand, I could also use the skill that is from the summoner in this case, and that will for Durant also be summoning one of the melee units. Then it's his turn again, and then you kind of keep going back and forth on that. However, what you don't want to do is just start going like super hard on using as many things as possible, because you actually just want to overdo what he did. So in this case, he passed on something. He still had 8 cards, so he could have played a lot longer if he wanted to. But he went for a pass, and if someone else goes for a pass and you go for a pass, but you're higher points, then you win the round. So that's something to keep in mind. So in this case, we already start 1 up. It's my turn, so I can place any unit on the battlefield. Right now, let's place an extra archer in here. There's a few cards that do special things, and we will see those in a second. So in this case, he has a card that nullifies all of my rangers things. So all of my rangers will be like 1 attack right now. I could cleanse it away with this one, for example. And that's at some point just kind of learning like, okay, what are the cards? What are the right strategies? I could say like, okay, I'm gonna add in another ranger because my plan is to later cleanse off all of those rangers. And I'm just kind of gonna see what he's gonna place in. So he plays in a support. I think I have that card to make the supports to 1 as well. And I have this card, which is a special that will actually destroy another card of his side. So let's in this case go for a Fuki in front. Let's see what he does on that. And he also has that draw 1 melee. You can also see that he's still having quite a few units. Okay, he's going to team up bringing in another unit. This is definitely going to be interesting because he has more and more supports in there for me to actually nullify those supports at some point. If I drop in a lot of melee units, then I could also use this, but this is also a melee unit for boost. At some point you kind of just have to learn the cards and that kind of stuff. But we're going on quite far. He also has a miscellaneous bat. That's how I like to call that one. Let's draw in more melee units. I could say at some point like, okay, I'm using, or he has less cards than I have. So therefore I'm gonna give him the round and then I just win in the 3rd one. But in this case, since I already won the 1st, it's pretty easy for me to also overtake him on the 2nd because we started off with the same amount of cards. So that makes it somewhat easier for that. So let's see what he goes for that. I don't want to use the cleanse yet because in some cases he could go for a melee of becoming a 1 as well. So the moment that he has those 2 cards, that is exactly the moment that I actually want to place my cleanser in. So let's see if we put this one in. That's also my 2nd to final card. Let's see what he goes over now. He still has the Seek. Okay. So in this case, would I go for the full AoE cleanse? I think I'm kind of fine. Well, no, I think I overtake him way harder if I go for the full AoE cleanse. I could have played it the other way around because now I also cleanse out my own card. But I think there's pretty much no way for him to come back on this right now. And I don't think he has any more than this. I don't have any cards anymore to use, so it's his turn twice. He only had damage cards, therefore I take a higher number and therefore I win. So that's kind of the thing that you want to do. And you just have to take 5 wins per time. So Most of the time it gets to round 3 where you're not really entirely sure what you're doing. So I got Illusion at first. Definitely a nice card. And then you can also change your deck. So you have the 3 different decks of Rina and then Lycana and Durant. In this case, you want to add your Lucian, but you have to have at least 20 cards in there. So I would recommend to take out one of your lower damage cards that you have. Oh wait, it doesn't tell me to do that. Yeah, okay, collection, there you can check all of the cards. It's also kind of funny to read all of the cards, what they have been doing and how it looks like. But in this case, I just want to get 20 cards in. I just remove one of the weaker cards that doesn't do any specialties. Plus, it's kind of funny to actually read all of these cards. And this is also where you see like your collection growing and you see what kind of rewards you get for a collection. With the best reward out there being probably this one, the Witcher Scroll itself. So you definitely want to play for that. But you can also see like all of the cards out there, or these are just the cards that are in a specific deck. If you want to read all of the cards, I think in the collection, was the collection the place? Yeah, collection is the place where you can read all of the cards kind of. And it does have some fun cards in there. Wait, let me check which one is. One is my favorites. Yeah, I would probably say that this one is one of my favorite. Wait, you can check from here? I thought you could check from there. Maybe from here. Is the place to check? Okay, here you can kind of check them. So yeah, this one, Second Awaken update was a game changer for us, at least for Kali. It's kind of funny. Well, Kali was already used before and after, so it didn't really change too much. But yeah, let's go into another match. We have one extra card right now. The moment that you win 5 matches, you will get a few extra cards. I think you get 2 extra. So in this case, let's see what we have. In this case, we can also decide to do for the switch. So in this case, the bat is not that interesting, so we can drop that out and switch it. Aman is also not that interesting. They don't have any special skills. And I'm able to get 2 extra draws on that. So let's see what he starts off with. Oh, it's actually my turn first. I do have a bunch of melee units. But I think I'm gonna start off slow with just the Joffrey, just for some mid-range damage in there. Just to kind of see what kind of damage he also goes for. I don't have the Cleanser card in this case, but I do have a card that will actually boost whatever line I want to be boosting. So, maybe I didn't explain the numbers fairly enough, but kind of explained it through playing. You want to have a higher number than him, and the numbers go up and down based on whatever happens on the battlefield. So that's kind of the main thing to it. It's not really that difficult. So we have a team up, adding in an extra unit, giving us a bunch of extra points. Yes, sir. Opponent's turn. Let's see what he does. Okay, he's gonna make all of the melee units to 1. So in that case, I don't really want to play melee units right now because melee units are just going to be pretty shit. So I can check whether I can win with just support units. But then support units that don't really add anything for melee units. So in this case, O'Reilly becomes less interesting. Lucian is pretty interesting. This is also a support unit. Ooh, he also dropped all of the support bases to 0. Jesus. Okay, he drops in a bunch of annoying cards. I could still try to play and win on archers. I think I have better archers than he does with a Lucian in there. Unless he decides to nullify that as well. That's not really nullifying, it's just making it very low. Let's see if he does anything. No, he passes, so he gives me the win. Okay, so in this case, I do know that he's no longer having those 2 neutral cards. So I can play hard on either melee or support right now. And I do, this is the moment where I get the cleanse card that I wanted last round. So yeah, that's a little bit less helpful, but let's go in for some melee units. And probably I'm just gonna be, I only got like 2 extra melee units, so I'm not sure. I do have less cards than he does, but I do think I can win this round. You could also say at this point, like, okay, maybe I go for an early pass, and then I let him win the round. And then after that, you can go for your win on the next round. So, but I still have a few cards which I can do quite some damage to. So let's see if I can get away with that. I'm not too sure. Let's first put in the Riley. And then after the Riley, we can put in the Fiend. And then with the Fiend, we probably take out one of the 2 units. Checks 3 random cards. It's totally fine. He checks my cards. It's okay. Let's give in this one as well. And that's... Oh, wait. It didn't remove anything? I thought it would remove anything. Oh, he still has that card. That's not great. Okay, I think I might win this one, and then he would actually win the whole thing. Yikes, that's not that great. I could give a buffer to these units right now, but I'm gonna get only 2 cards in the next round. So maybe I kind of overplayed this round where I'm gonna lose it, because... Let's just go for this, because I don't really... want to go for a third round because I think I have less points than him anyways. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna lose this. So yeah, it's not really a guaranteed win. Maybe I played this one too early. I first should have played this and then played that one later that he played, because then that one actually killed mine. I thought it would kill one of his, but that apparently didn't do. But, oh wait, I still have this one. That's something that I forget all the time, that you still have that summon one melee unit from whatever, but that doesn't do enough for me right now, and he probably has another damage card or anything like that, and then I would lose on that. So yeah, that's something that you also have to check on, that you can have that one as well. But in this case, I would consider simply pass, and then he would win. I could have played until the last card. Well, the last card wouldn't really have helped me that much, so whatever I did. It kind of depends right now. We both draw one card. If I get one card that's good enough, okay, it just has a bat. It really depends if he has good cards with this right now, because I just have one useless card that's not going to help me. And he's going to have 2 more cards. Yep, he has a damage card in there. That's definitely going to be game for me then, because I don't have anything after that as well. So maybe I should have actually waited with this and then used that in the next round, because I passed right now. I'm lower points than him. He passes, so that means he wins double round. So that's how you get defeated. Yikes. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, first off, checking which cards are useless for me to switch. Joffrey can be switched. The others all seem pretty good. He just had like a hard card with like the counters at some point. So let's see, what do we want to start off with? We don't want to start hard with like throwing in like Lucians and that kind of stuff most of the time. Well, Lucian is also more of a counter card. So in this case, he right away goes for countering my ranged. I don't have the cleansing card right now. So if I want to win this one, I probably have to take something along the line of supports and melees. However, my support and melees are pretty bad at the moment. So, well, my support actually have... The lineup of supports that I have is not too bad. So we could still play the round based on that. He also has a support in there, that's okay. Do we want to add in another support? Support against supports. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, that can actually be placed in melee as well. Sometimes you have some of these units that can be placed in multiple places. This is also a booster for support units, so we got a lot of support boosters boosting each other, so that's definitely still fine, so I don't really have to play on that. And then he has a battle up on just melee. Do I have anything against melee? I do have this one to counter out all of the melee things, so I am not going to use it yet. I'm going to use this one first because it's once again a good one for supports. And then I probably... does he give me the pass? Yeah, he gives me the pass. So he's going to give me this round. So he gives me the round, but I have one less card right now than he does. But I do know that he doesn't have that rancher thing right now. So I could be using a lot of ranchers in this round and then playing around with that. However, I'm not having too many other cards besides that, except for like countering my own ranchers or just going in with the Lucian. So in this case, I think I'm gonna bring in that melee unit before I want to add in Lucian or anything. We bring in Seek, Beacon of the Hunt. That doesn't really do all too much in this case. Let's see what his turn is. He still has 5 cards, so he's definitely having enough cards to do quite some stuff. We definitely don't want to be dropping down the thing that I would take my ranchers to 1, because then I'm just super hard countering myself. But countering my own Seek, that's just a 2 card to a 1 card, doesn't really matter all too much. So we have that card being used. I think this is probably the moment I want to drop in my Lucian. Amputation Magic kills that card. That is very nice. He only has 1 right now. He could still make a comeback, but it kind of depends how much he can do with it. I could say, I think in this case, the best thing I can do is just pass, which will give him the round to do 3 turns right now if he has all 3 cards that are something useful. So it could be that it would be strong enough, but let's see. I don't really think that that's strong enough. Would he have another card? He does have 1 more card. Does he have 1 extra card? If so, I might be screwed. Do you have another damage card? No, you have the same. Wait, what happens on the draw? Oh, wait, he has 1 higher. Damn it. So, yeah, he actually wins this round. But he's completely out of cards right now. But now it means, like, okay, whoever drawed a higher damage card. So if you draw a higher damage card, I draw a 2 damage card. If I would have drawn any damage card that was higher than that, I would have been fine. Wait, does this? No, it's for ranged. Yeah, that's just lame. If I draw any like higher damage card, but he draw the damage card, so for that reason I already lose. So yeah, sometimes you're just gonna be losing these. It just happens. Like, did I play bad? I don't know. Probably something that I could have played better, but yeah, sometimes it's just kind of a struggle by the luck of the draw. Yu-Gi-Oh! Believe in the heart of the cards, that kind of bullshit. So let's remove this one from hand. That doesn't do all too much. And we could actually remove this one from hand as well. Yeah, I think that's fine. So let's see. Let's win this one. Oh wait, I didn't actually remove them. Fuck, I pressed OK and then on switch. You select them and then you press OK. Very fucking useful, say. Very fucking useful. But yeah, let's see. I don't have the cleanse card, but he goes Ranger against Ranger as well. I do have the card to remove supports, or at least the damage of supports, but if he's placing Rangers as well, I don't really expect him to go in the sense where he would be removing Rangers anytime soon. So we're just gonna go hard on Rangers. If he has the Ranger nullifier that makes everything 1, I would be highly screwed. But so far it doesn't really seem like it. I do have the support 1 to 0, so definitely let's use the support, well, not to 0 to 1. So support 1 to 1. Does he go for a cleansing card? No, he also has a Ranger card. In that case, let's go for an amputation magic, just to remove that card. And with that, he gives me the turn then. Would he? Yep, he passes the round. So 9 out of 10, I win the first one pretty easily, but do I go too heavy on the first round to not win the second and the third? That might be a thing, but let's see. We got one more card, and that's actually removing melee, I think. Yeah, that's removing melee. That's not that chill, because I'm definitely going to be playing supports and melee in this case. And I'm planning to try to win in this first round, because I'm having one melee unit over here, and then a melee unit over there. So let's first go in with those melee units, and then see what we can do. Squeaky, that's a very good pull. That's definitely a very good pull. But I don't have the cleanser if he would put melee to 1. Yeah. Okay, he's going to put melee to 1. And for that reason, I'm just going to give up the round. Because I don't think I can win on those supports. And he still needs to place a few cards for him to win this round. And then next round, I could play on melee myself. So he's going to have to be placing some cards to actually win the round. And the less cards he has, the more difficult it will be for him to win that third round. So in this case, he used 2 cards to take over my points. And that will mean that he has 3 cards left. I will have 4 cards left. So that will make it more useful for me in that final round. And we do have a nice melee combination over here with the Fiend, the Riley, and then also the Seek. So we're going to go for that. And we're not going to use this card. This card is not going to be useful for us because that will be countering ourselves. So let's see, let's use it in order where we use this card as last, simply to have it remove one of his cards in case necessary. So let's just simply add in all of those cards one by one, easy enough. Opponent's turn, yes sir. Smokey, do you put Smokey in front? Nope, you don't. Well, it doesn't really change too much. Let's just hope we end up with more points than he does. So we're at 14 right now, and we're going to remove one of his cards still with this one. He does have that Fiend card as well. Who does it actually remove? It removes that one. Okay. Wait, do I actually have enough points with this? No, I think I might be... Oh, I'm actually overtaking. Yeah, I'm overtaking because I still had the buffs. Whew. Okay, that was relatively close. So that's also the reason why you want to save this card for last. I could do this right now and just pretty much kill myself, but that's not the right play. So we're going to pass. And then with that pass, he has 0 cards, so we win. So that's the way to play it. It will take you a little bit of back and forth to get used to like how you should do this. We get a Han card. That's actually a pretty nice card. It's also cool that not everyone gets the same cards. You get the card at random. So for that reason, yeah, it's just kind of funny what kind of cards you get. However, the thing is, you might be like, hey, where's my card? You don't always get cards for the same deck. So in this case, I could remove that and place that in. So yeah, at some point you get a little bit better cards, and then you get the rewards from this as well, because now I could start playing with the deck that I also have from this one, because I have the other deck. That's like completely different cards. That's the deck that I just played against. But not all of the cards are in all decks available, because the other time I got like a Lexi card or some, and it was just in one of the other 2 decks. So that's just that. Hope you enjoyed this. I think this game mode is pretty fun. You only have to do 5 wins per week. after the 5 wins, you don't get any upgrades, or you don't get any rewards, or anything, any new cards, anything for like Summoners War itself. So only have to do 5 wins, which I think is kind of sad. I think this would be very cool if you could play this like unlimitedly and then just get a little bit of energy on it, because you can actually play this while farming. And the thing that we didn't showcase in this case, if you have the stuff pop up, like your farming is finished on the top left, you can actually click your farming and then you could redo that thing from here. So you can actually see your farming screen from here while playing Gwent. So that's definitely a very nice thing. But yeah, as I said, you only need 5 wins per, which I think is kind of sad. Otherwise, I would be playing this like all the time. It's kind of funny, actually. And it's not that straightforward that you're always winning. Like at some point, you maybe get like very good cards and then it might be a lot easier. But I kind of like this game mode. So guys, let me know in the description down below what you think about this game mode. Do you think that this should be something that would be worth playing all the time if you just get like a little bit rewards? I'm literally talking like few extra energy or like a mystical scroll like every now and then or something like that. But I think that would be super cool. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and hope you enjoyed this video. I see you as always in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more guides, join the Discord and check out the content tab, which has the dungeon guide archive and the video guide archive, which contains all of the guides that you need. Hope to see you there.